you guys, and welcome to the channel. My name is Amanda Marie, and over here I love to discuss all things fragrance. Today we're going to be getting into Swiss Arabian. As I was sitting down and trying to come up with content for the week, I thought to myself, man, I haven't talked about my Swiss Arabian collection in quite a long time. And lo and behold, don't you know, I got a package in the mail and it was from Swiss Arabian, and I thought, that's confirmation. So like I said, and today we're going to be going over all of my Swiss Arabian fragrances and a new one that was sent to me in the mail called Soul of Bali. But before we get into the video, if you have watched any of my videos and you still haven't subscribed, this is my time to ask you to hit that subscribe button. That is the biggest way you can support me and my channel, and I will greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video as well before you log off of this video. We're gonna go ahead and get started with the new one, which is called Soul of Bali. This is what the packaging will look like when you get your perfume. Beautiful packaging. The bottle is also very beautiful. Let me just wipe off some of my prints. It's an all gold bottle, so y'all know how they go. You're bound to get some fingerprints on this bottle. But here she is. Beautiful presentation. Love this bottle, y'all. And the bottle is very, very weighty. It is heavy, okay? Nice quality. If you're into that type of thing, I know a lot of people don't really care about the bottles or the packaging or anything like that, but I feel like when I come on and talk to you guys about new fragrances, I like to show you those things so you know what you're getting, you know what you're paying for, right? Now, I did wear this last night to bed, because y'all know that's how I test my fragrances. You know, I can't test them on the job, okay? I might get sent home or anything, child, get sent to the office. But this opens up very aromatic, a little green, a little earthy. It does have some citrus in the opening, and it does have a bit of a tropical feel to it. Not an over-the-top, fruity, beachy, tropical feel. This gives me more of an earthy feel, more of an aquatic, wet feel. Very green again. I get that olibanum. There's something very resinous in this fragrance. Some people may say it comes off a little bit woody to their nose. I can see that because it does have a bit of woodiness to it. That musk or the ambergris is very prominent in this fragrance. But the dry down, y'all, the dry down is so nice. It is soft, almost a little powdery, still aquatic, not necessarily marine to me. But on Fragrancica, it does mention the word marine. So if you're not into aquatic fragrances, then you may not like this. But I think for me, because I'm not really into aquatic fragrances either, don't get it twisted. But for me, this is just the right amount of wetness, okay? Just the right amount. Definitely something I would wear on vacation. Definitely something I would pull out in the summer. I feel like the heat in this fragrance would just play really nicely with each other. I would also consider this a bit of a very sexy evening, nighttime type of fragrance. This is probably not something I would wear to work. I mean, if I do, it would only be like one spray, probably to the back of my neck. Because when I tell you this thing is carrying, okay, it is very aromatic. It will fill up a room. The longevity on it is a 10 out of 10, very beastly, but still very much pretty, very much exotic. Again, leaning slightly tropical, but earthy and musky and I honestly give it a 10 out of 10. I haven't smelled anything like this, and I don't have anything like this in my collection to date. This is definitely right up my alley. So if you tried it, leave your comment down below. Let us know what you think about it. But we're gonna move on to the next. I'm pretty sure you guys are very familiar with this next fragrance. I got my hands on this fragrance probably when I first started my channel, which was back in the end of 2019. And this is very popular. It blew up really, really fast. I think it is a very well-loved fragrance in the community. This is Casablanca. You have notes of apple, grapes, white woods, iris, patchouli, caramel, amber, suede, musk, and Peru balsam. This is definitely what I would call a gourmand fragrance because it smells like a warm apple pie. Okay, I get the apples mixed in with the grapes, very bright, very fruity. The caramel is definitely giving it a gourmand touch. That amber is warm. The patchouli is giving it a little bit of earthiness, and it could also be giving it a little bit of something soft and spicy. So that's why you may hear people refer to this fragrance as like a sweet, warm apple pie type of fragrance. But I think it is good. I will just let you guys in on a little secret, okay? Now, mind you, it's 2019. I'm just starting my channel. I don't know really what I like. I know that at the time I had a fairly nice size collection. Nothing to what I have now, of course, but gourmands were something new to me. And so I really wasn't kind of vibing with this fragrance. And this is my original bottle, by the way. And I don't know, it is a really beautiful gourmand, and for the price point, you can't beat it. But tell me why I haven't made a significant dent in this fragrance. I don't know. But as I'm smelling it, I feel like I just really didn't give it a chance. And I'm trying to figure out, is it the suede? Is it the suede that threw me off? I don't know, but I always wreck my brain behind this fragrance. In reality, I should really love it because I'm a gourmand girly, but I think it was the suede. And y'all know I feel some type of way about suede. I feel some type of way about leather. I don't know. Every time I look at this bottle, I ask myself, why? Why? But you know what? Now that I'm talking about it, I'm going to put it on the tray for, what month are we in now? June/July. I'm going to put it on the tray and we're going to see where things go. So y'all pray for your friend, Casablanca. So I have another viral fragrance. It's not really viral anymore, but when I started my channel, it went very, very viral. Not sure who I should credit for that, but it went viral. I'm gonna just hold it back here because it is reflecting like crazy. Hold on. Okay, can we see it? There we go. This is Shaghaf Oud. This is the original. We're gonna start with this one first. And in this fragrance, you have notes of oud, rose, more oud, praline, and vanilla. Another one that took me by surprise. I mean, when I first smelled this, you know, it kind of started. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. When I first smelled this, I was like, people on the internet be lying. There is no way that this should be going viral. I swear to you. But as I started to dive into ouds and get more familiar with ouds, I started to like it, okay? I wasn't real big on that whole rose and oud combination situation going on. And it's a very popular combination. I guarantee you, if you look up any perfume house, any major well-known perfume house, you more than likely will see that they have some type of rose and oud combination. Is very popular. I forgot to mention saffron is in here at the top. But when I smelled this, I thought, wow, people have lost their minds. Maybe I said, oh my God, what is happening? Okay, but it's grown on me. Okay, a lot of people were comparing this to a very popular Lancome fragrance, which Oud Bouquet, that's the name of it. I thought it had slipped my mind for a second. Oud Bouquet. And to this day, I still haven't smelled Oud Bouquet because I can't find it in the mall. Every time I go to the mall and go to the Lancome counter, the tester is dry, bone dry. So I still, to this day, haven't smelled Oud Bouquet. But if it smells anything like this, I think I'm Gucci. And I have a lot of rose and oud fragrances in my collection, like 7+1 by the Atto. I have Oud for Glory by Lattafa. Listen, I have so many rose and oud combinations in my collection. It just didn't make sense for me to purchase Oud Bouquet. I'm just being honest with you. It's definitely something I would pull out in fall and winter, really more so winter. And let me tell you, the oud here is very prominent. I think when I first reviewed this fragrance, I said if you are a beginner to oud, you would like this. I lied, and that's only because I was not that experienced with oud. This to me is not beginner friendly, okay? Maybe Vanilla Oud by Kayali, maybe even Tobacco Oud by Kayali is way more beginner friendly than Shaghaf Oud. This is for those people who have tons of experience with oud. They feel comfortable wearing it. That's who this is for. I do have Shaghaf Oud Elixir. Here's the original Shaghaf Oud. Here's Elixir. The bottles look the same, okay? They look the same. There's really no difference to the bottles. So if you're thinking about getting Shaghaf Oud Elixir, please make sure you read here. Okay, it says it right there. Okay, are they similar? Yes. Okay, but I will tell you, the Elixir is more refined. Oh, the original, that oud, is still very animalic to me. Okay, this is the OG. Oh yeah, this is the Elixir. It's softer, it's toned down. The Elixir, I would say, is very beginner friendly. Okay, I would say this one is not the OG. They smell similar, okay, but I'm just gonna say the OG is a little bit more richer. It's very rich, very oudy. To me, a little bit more like syrupy, sweet type of oud and rose combination. The Elixir is just airier, it's lighter, it almost has a little bit of a freshness to it. If you have some extra coins, try the Elixir. I think you will really like it over the original. I mean, at least I do. So this is not my favorite. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it for you. This is not my favorite, okay? This is Vanilla Toffee. I think you guys have heard me talk about this one before. It's been a while, some months at least, okay, since I've spoken about this fragrance. But in this fragrance, you have notes of toffee, coffee, vanilla, walnut, dates, cardamom, milk, brown sugar, Madagascar vanilla, woody notes, tonka bean, benzoin, vanilla caviar, and musk. I'm afraid to even spray this because y'all, when I sprayed it and for that first review, my stomach started flipping out. I promise you, it scared me because I've never had such a reaction to perfume like that ever. If I get any kind of reaction from a perfume, it's more than likely gonna be like a little bit of a headache. But to have my stomach turned upside down to where y'all didn't see it in the video, I cut it out, but I was literally like, it was crazy. I couldn't believe my body was doing that to me because it never happened before. Now, mind you, it's probably been like 6 months now, so I'm sure the fragrance has changed up quite a bit. But still, there is something in the opening for me that is very plastic, very synthetic, very off-putting, and I cannot put my... Is it the coffee? Is it the coffee? And I love a coffee note. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I really don't. And it was crazy. I've seen other people review this fragrance and they love it. Of course, they both were men, so that might have something to do with it. I don't know. But for me, I can't do it. And I want to put it on my Mercari, but I find that when I put bottles like this on my Mercari, they don't sell. Is it because y'all can't see the juice? Let me know down in the comments, but I promise you, this is a full-size bottle. Can you hear that? Like, this is a full-size bottle. Let's talk about one that I do love. Oh. They really did it when they did this one. This is Shaghaf Oud Tonka, and I love the color of the bottles. They are just really gorgeous. I love that quilted like print in the back with the gold top. I just think these bottles are just absolutely stunning, and I love them. Fragrance, you have notes of almond, Tanzanian orange blossom, cinnamon, Turkish rose, tonka bean, vanilla, and amber wood. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous scent for a gorgeous, gorgeous girl, okay? This is definitely giving me warm and cozy vibes. This is something I would definitely gravitate to in the fall and winter. When I first smell this, I get cherries. I get a baby powder note. I shouldn't say baby powder. I get a powdery note and cherries, okay? And you guys have heard me say this 1,000 times. Cherries do have a tendency, I should say, let me back it up. You guys have heard me say this 1,000 times. Almonds to my nose can come off smelling like cherries. So I get cherries. I get a powderiness. Maybe it's from the tonka. I'm not sure. I get the vanilla. It's sweet and creamy. I get a little bit of something woody. Maybe I'm getting something a little soft, spicy, okay? But when this dries down, I do get more of a nuttiness from the almond. It shifts. It does start to smell more like almonds. And I think I'm getting some of that orange blossom. This is dense. It's thick. It's heavy. There's nothing light or fluffy about this at all. It does kind of put me in the frame of mind of Tonka Malinsame by Guerlain. I do have that one. It was a limited edition fragrance, and seeing as though I love Tonka, it's one of my favorite notes in fragrance. So is almond, so is cherry, even though I have not found my creme de la creme cherry fragrance yet. I am still on the hunt for one, but this one gives me all the cherry that I need, even though there's not cherry, I know, but I still get the cherry feel. Some of you may be wondering, because it smells like cherries, is it gonna smell medicinal? No. It smells like the most realistic cherry you would ever want to smell. It smells like the syrup in a jar of cherries, and I absolutely love it. I know I said that this is a fall and wintertime fragrance, but baby, I can rock it dead in the middle of this heat, okay? I really can, because I love it so much. Maybe not in the daytime. I would save it for, like, when I'm going out at night or dinner or something like that, but I give this one a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. It is beautiful. I would say if you missed the whole wave of Tonka Malinsame by Guerlain and it's something that you really, really wanted, I do personally feel like Oud Tonka can give you, it can get you close to it. Let me just say that, okay? I do have both. I haven't compared them, but I've worn, and I'm pointing because it's back there somewhere, I've worn my Tonka Malinsame several times, and instantly when I smelled this, I said, oh my God, Tonka Malinsame. So that's just something to put on your mind, okay? Oud Azraq. This is going to be another oud fragrance. Love the navy blue and gold. In this fragrance, you have honey, argwood, cinnamon, bourbon vanilla, amber, patchouli, and leather. I give this one a 10 out of 10. I give it a 10 out of 10 immediately. I think they did a really great job with this fragrance, and a lot of people have been comparing this fragrance to Honey Oud by Montal. They also compare it to Ocean by Parfums de Marly. Now, even though I've never smelled the two fragrances that I just mentioned, but hear me out. When I smell this, I feel like I get the Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli by Kayali here. It reminds me a lot of that. Maybe it's the bourbon vanilla that is giving it that kind of a boozy effect to my nose, but when it opens up, I feel like I get liquor, okay? It's very boozy. Definitely gonna get that oud, okay? And let me just say, the honey in this is so good. This smells like a nice gentleman's cocktail, okay? This smells very high-end. It's almost giving niche, in my opinion. For the price point, you can't beat it. I mean, you probably can get this right now on Amazon or any of the discount websites for probably $40. At that price point, is definitely giving bang for your buck. Let's just say you are starting to get into ouds and you want to build a little bit of a collection. I would highly recommend Shaghaf Oud Elixir to start off with first, because it's lighter than this one and it's lighter than the OG, okay? Once you build your palette and you're like, okay, I want something a little bit more richer, I want something with more depth, something that's gonna be a little bit more sexy, maybe a little bit more sweeter, I would go with Oud Azraq, okay? Azraq? I'm gonna say Azraq. This next one, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not going to beat around the bush. This fragrance for me is definitely reminiscent of Yerba Pura. It definitely puts me in the mind of a Tiziana Terenzi fragrance, Kirke, I believe it is. It also puts me in the frame of mind of Al Haraman's Gold Edition, Oud Gold Edition, I believe that's what it's called. But this one is Oud Amir, okay? Same beautiful style packaging, except this one is red and gold. And in this fragrance, you get a crap ton of fruity notes like peach, melon, bergamot, freesia, apple. You have amber here, vanilla, rose, tonka bean. You have sandalwood, and you have cedar and oud. Y'all, this one again, to me, there's nothing necessarily groundbreaking with this fragrance because I've smelled this DNA several times. I feel like Yerba Pura has been duped a million times, just like Baccarat. You know, people went crazy behind that fruity, very fruity, over the top, musky DNA, okay? This is a head turner though, I'm not even gonna lie, and this would be great for this time of year, summer. Very sexy, very appealing to the nose, to my nose anyway. I think I'm not over this DNA because I didn't drown myself in it when I first got, I want to say I had a decant of Yerba Pura. Yes, I did. And I also have the Al Haraman's Oud Gold Edition, and I love the DNA, I really do. I also have that confidential private by Lattafa. Courtney has it now, but I did not drown myself in the DNA, and I think that's why I'm not over it. Like, I'm not tired of it. Y'all know I love a good musk. It is right up my alley, and if I'm going to wear something fruity, let it be drowned in musk. So this is like perfect for me. So I give it like, you know, a 9 out of 10, but I can't deny that if you have Yerba Pura, if you have the Al Haraman, if you have Kirke, if you have Confidential Private Gold by Lattafa, you don't need this, okay? I'm talking to the ones who don't have any of those fragrances, or maybe Yerba Pura has been on your list for a while and you just don't want to spend that type of money. Go for Oud Amir, okay? Oh, you know what? Let me mention another one. I have Milano by Fragrance Du Bois. That's another one that really smells like all the other fragrances that I just mentioned. So if you have Milano by Fragrance Du Bois, you don't need this. You don't need this. Now, one you really might consider getting is this Rose 01. Oh my goodness. Lychee, bergamot, pink pepper, Bulgarian rose, peony, nutmeg, musk, vanilla, and cashmerian. I think we all know what this is giving at this point. Like, I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, tell y'all. But in the event you're not thinking, this is definitely going to put you in the frame of mind of Delina, the OG. I feel like I get a little of Delina Rosé in this one because there is something kind of aquatic to me here. I don't know, maybe is it my nose playing tricks on me, girl? I don't know. But I feel like I get something very aquatic out of this fragrance. But it is absolutely delicious and I love it. Very rosy, very musky. Again, to me, a little aquatic, a little woody. I'm definitely getting something a little tart from this, but you know, if you love that Delina, OG Delina DNA, you would definitely love Rose 01. I'm not going to talk about it that much because you guys, if you smell Delina, the OG or the Rosé, baby, you smelled Rose 01. But one I will carry on about is Tobacco 01. Wow, this one blew me out of the water. You hear me? I love this number line. I don't know what this line is called exactly. I'll pop it up on the screen when I find out the information, but I love these Rose 01, Tobacco 01, all these singular note fragrances that they have out. I love them. I haven't run across one that I don't like it. Now, I ain't smelled all of them, but the two that I have smelled, I'm feeling very good about this whole collection, okay? But in this fragrance, you have a lot of notes. Plum, licorice, apple, cumin, you have pink pepper, you have labdanum, amber, patchouli, ylang ylang, honey, tobacco, vanilla, sandalwood, musk, and cashmere wood. A lot of people are comparing this fragrance to Side Effects by Inicio, which I do not have, but wow, when I tell you, this smells so good. Oh goodness. Ooh, God, it just, ooh, it makes me, ooh, weak. It makes me so weak. Help me up, y'all. Help me up. Help me up. It is dark, seductive, and that's the part I like about it the most. That licorice is on point. Now, it's been a minute since I said I like licorice in fragrances. It's been a hot minute, but it's on point. It's where it's supposed to be, in the background, okay? I get that pink pepper. This is spicy, not over the top spicy, but it definitely has a kick with it. Oh God, that patchouli is earthy. I feel like the ylang gives it like this sweet floral type of feel to it. The honey dripping, okay? If you are kind of wondering about the tobacco because maybe you're not like a tobacco type of person, you have nothing to fear. This is a haze of tobacco. It is a smoky haze, okay? Y'all, I give this, oh my God, I give this a 20 out of 10. A 20. Is that how you say it? A 10 out of, I give it 100, okay? Ooh, I give it an A+. Baby, they scored really high on this one. I'm gonna say this is gonna lean a bit masculine. Okay, but if you are the type of person that doesn't mind a little bit of mysterious masculinity behind your fragrances, you are like this, especially because of that honey, right? And the ylang is giving it, you know, this sweetness that I feel like a woman could very well pull off easily, okay? Because I know, baby, I'm gonna pull it off. You hear me? Ooh, as soon as that temperature drop, man, I'm gonna spray this all over my body. Swiss Arabian, I'm speechless. Now that I've talked about all of them, let me tell you the ones I would add to cart. Tobacco 01, immediately, okay? Rose 01, immediately. Oud Tonka, Oud Tonka, immediately. I'm sorry, y'all, but the cart is getting very expensive. Casablanca, for sure, okay? And if I just, ooh, this is tough. This is real tough. On the Oudie side, I would get Oud Azraq, okay? and I'm gonna go with Soul of Bali because this really surprised me, and it's just another one that I think a lot of women would enjoy, honestly. So I'm gonna go with Soul of Bali. Okay, but those are my recommendations, and those are all my Swiss Arabian fragrances that I have. Okay, if you have any other fragrances that I mentioned in this video, please comment them down below. Let us know what your favorites are. If you're into perfumes, if you're into building a fragrance collection, whatever the case may be, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. It is so important for the growth of my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.